get that dude.
Nah.
I get on the game.
Huh?
I get on the game. I'm actually playing another game right now while I'm talking to y'all.
Oh, shoot.
Man. Oh,
Nah, that damn anime game I'm
in
running.
the background. Hey, one day, me and JP did a party together. We was talking to his goddamn self doing the game. How the hell did they want me to get up there?
Should be hard, man. It's got them pumping shit.
Trey got battle pass too, so he been wasting his shit too, JP, so that's not feel so bad.
Yeah.
I bought mine with the point I had left.
Yeah, Trey got battle pass, and I'm trying to figure out a way how he can go buy a battle pass, but he already got the battle pass. As long as your game ain't on Aces, it's alright. Aces out, bro. That's fine.
That game take forever.
No, my game is in this week called TFFL. I got the Broncos.
Okay, I gotta accept that invite, don't I? I forgot.
I'm about to play EA to VA.
I forgot. Let me do that right now.
He said he sent it to me, but we know.
I think he did. I think I did see it.
Wait a minute.
It is a building that first hosted football way back in 1966 as EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Oakland, California. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Denver Broncos and the Oakland Raiders. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Yeah, I was like, that. You know his name? Nah, this play. Y'all gonna watch me play? Tune in.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch you play. I always watch you play. I just stopped last time because I knew you was gonna do it.
Well, damn.
Not saying.
Nah, I know. Yeah, I know.
Close to the end of the game. Nigga, I ain't stopped watching it.
This one is stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, second and 2.
Hey, you get frustrated for me. Uh-oh. Where you going?
Continues as we
Uh-oh.
Yeah, you often talk about variety in play calling, and usually between run and pass. In this case, was strictly the run game. You can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
Second and 2. Being chased out left. He's going to take off with it. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
Offensively, they liked their situation, so they tried to take a shot downfield, but no one was open. So it was tuck it in run time, and he picks up the first down.
VA got some new defense.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Going
John Ross.
It's caught inside the 25. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. John Ross hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. McManus's point after is good, and that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And what lead?
This is taken at the 3.
What's that?
Take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Nah, man, I'm in too many leagues, man.
Bruh, I'm the only one in this fucking league. What the fuck?
JP not in there?
Nah, I meant like not league division, like.
Oh, damn.
We got the Falcons. There's no Saints or no Buccaneers on the board.
Lucky you, motherfucker. Oh, ain't nobody in my division either, bro. I got you for fight.
I'm gonna take all my
He was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete. Charles already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Darius Geis, his first carry of the game. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offenses.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Bradley Chubb make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. The start of this game shaping up nicely on that visiting sideline.
Yeah, how about that? You get your points on the opening drive. Then you get a big sack there on 3rd down.
You put everything in your mouth.
The home crowd go.
Let's make your voice sound more like Mickey.
Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And possession will switch hands. 1st and 10.
Hold on. Somebody
Play with
just
the
started
baby.
yelling.
I play with the baby. I play with him. What's up?
Who took the whole boy?
Alright, okay.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And Charles, if the season ended today, it's not going to. We still have December early in November. But they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to
All right, get out of his face.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak can have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely, there's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them.
If he hits you.
2nd and 6.
Oh. Damn, that threw me off.
Picked off right around the 4.
I was supposed to throw that early.
And these guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
All good, though. All good.
I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And Duke Riley will get credit for the tackle.
Well, they had that one snipped out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Here's 2nd and 8. There goes a deep ball. End zone. And this is caught by Watkins for an Oakland touchdown. Sammy Watkins, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this 1st quarter. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Yeah, but this one I was working at Walmart, and you know, almost every check I buy at least 1 or 2 pair. And shit, they started sending me free shoes in the mail. And shit.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive, followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? You have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, that balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. You're second and a yard from the 34.
Yeah. You remember the checkerboard man?
Second and one.
Dante got the white and black
Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end.
Blurry
And able to get this one across the 45.
Oh, they was like cream color.
That one good for 13 and a Denver first down.
And I sold them to him because that's a pair they sent me for free that I already had.
Back-to-back good plays. Have them on the move on first down.
Yeah.
Now back to throw. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Second and 5.
Oh, they gave me a penalty. I was outside the tackle box.
We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. In the pocket, chucked it away. Flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field. Have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
So now it's third and long. Because remember, they also lose it down on the ground.
It's man to man. I know it is.
To throw here. That will be incomplete.
And third down is a key down in any game you play. And third down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here is away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And a Raider drive will start from deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown. Now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They got it. They got momentum.
He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Bradley Chubb in there to get him. And on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Back. Watch the twitch.
This is Geis. And he's able to get a small cushion before being taken down at the 5, a gain of 3.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. He'll look to throw. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off at the 19. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Check, 42's the mic. Man out. Check three. Deal.
2nd and 10. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. So a big chunk of yardage will be marked off there for that PI call.
And now you know why receivers and the guys throwing the ball, they like to collaborate and just heave it up sometimes, because you can get these types of calls that go against the defense. Pass interference, and they gain over 30 yards of real estate on that one.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. It's Geis on the counter, and he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
Dang, let me concentrate before I lose.
2nd and 13. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Chandler Jones in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you, because it seems to be working pretty well.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's going to go down again. The man who won a Super Bowl MVP award across the bay in Santa Clara, Von Miller. Make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Now here's Ross. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. They'll come out throwing here on first down. Flush to his right. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. They'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cleveland Farrell in there to drop him at sacks on 1st and 2nd downs. Now leads to a 3rd and long. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. to throw here. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Well, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked so well.
Go to something else.
And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. He's got Smith here. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A Raider 1st down, 17 yards.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Check 50, check 50. Check.
And they give this time to the tailback. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
At the 36-yard line. Yeah, 42 outlaw. Rabbit. 42, man,
2nd and 11. And his throw is incomplete. Tyrell Williams was the intended target, and now it's 3rd down.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. The Raiders on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 11. They'll set up to throw. He's got his man. It's Williams. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 37.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
He used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
Check. Crunch.
That's going to set him back 5 yards. So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. He came out ready to play. That's 3 tackles for a loss, Charles, rolling the 2nd quarter.
And that's problematic for the guys trying to run offense, because that means he's got a pretty good idea of what they're doing and is actually beating them to the point of attack and making those plays. You might have to think about some misdirection or something to try and get him away from the ball.
52's the mic. Here we go.
2nd and long. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe.
But enough takes to start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Watch the safety creep.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Von Miller in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And well done here. That one will kick out of bounds at about the 8-yard line. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. Now the second down throw on target. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. And the Raiders call on a nickel set for third down. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. First down, he'll drop to throw it. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Back to throw. Going deep downfield for Ross. And that's caught inside the 35. A huge play there for Denver. 51 yards. Now a first down carry by Jones. And they'll get this down to the 10. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Jones. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. A quick throw now complete to Ross. Now a signal and a timeout call as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. This will be play number 8 on the drive. It's 3rd and goal. They'll drop the throw. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Boom! That's how we do it, baby.
So a touchdown apiece. That's what we have to show at halftime as they head to the locker room. 7-7 our score. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Set and ready to go for the second half. 1 touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. A huge play there on the screen pass. 48 yards.
First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play.
Here we go. Time to end it. What we got? What we got? What we got?
2nd and 15. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And incomplete, almost intercepted. Had a great shot at picking that off in the end zone. And now 4th down.
Daniel Carlson on for the field goal. A 44-yard line.
The kick by Carlson is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. Well, they don't get a touchdown here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter, but I think maybe you still say mission accomplished as they come away with the lead.
No, absolutely. You keep the pressure on, right? You go downfield, get some points up on the board, and hope that you've motivated your defense to take the field and hold that lead.
And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard, inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. After the penalty, it's Jones. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
He'll drop to throw. He's got his big tight end, Fant. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
They're going to look to throw. He may try and run for this. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a 1st down.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a 1st down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big-time play.
Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. Open man is Ross, complete. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
They threw the screen to the perimeter, but to no benefit at all. Tackled behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of yardage.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. Now that'll be caught by St. Brown. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Equanimous St. Brown, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Broncos have retaken the lead. Extra point from McManus is good. And the lead is now 14-10. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick.
I hate that. Like, pass interference.
Right? In this case, a field goal.
How else am I supposed to go for the ball?
Alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's a run on 1st down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
At the 34-yard line.
Now back to throw. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. Watkins, the intended receiver.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
First down, Denver.
Ready? Hey, hold on. Three birds.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
Red, 90, Wolf. Defense wins championships, baby.
Looking to throw. Gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third.
This is hard to do. See how Eric keep doing this.
Right there. Know he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out the flat.
And so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down. A nice safe throw and a
He
good
keep
one.
running out or crawling out.
This is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. They'll look to throw here. Man open, it's St. Brown. He's got it. And he will be taken down.
Right.
Pick up there on what's going to be the final play of the 3rd quarter. Back now in the East Bay.
We all got a baby fit.
As we get set for the 4th.
You can't drink this. You can't open it.
Want to see my awesome robot?
Robot.
They'll run on first down. It's Jones. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to
You got some
stop
curly
you?
hair, though.
You're taking charge.
A lot.
You get me, baby. Come and get me.
And now he'll tuck it in. He is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Broncos push
Chill.
further
You want
in
this?
front. So they're down in the red zone. They opt to utilize his legs instead.
Ain't nothing in that.
It works out pretty well.
I like what they were thinking there, because in most situations now, defense is accounting for all the other runners.
You just want to mess with everything up here.
But the quarterback position,
Sit back.
oftentimes it is unaccounted for. Offense coordinator felt it, dialed it right out.
Inside the red zone, is this something teams should maybe...
It's EJ, Warren. EJ.
Definitely. If you've got a quarterback who can actually move it with his legs, that's an extra option.
He ain't paying you no attention.
I think they should utilize it more often.
Come and get. I get them. Come and move.
I
Uh-oh.
ain't seen nobody on the bottom with winning records, man. Except for Kyle.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And following the interception, just looking at the interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a
Said
1st and
toast.
20.
Mari's funny.
Pizza?
And they'll give it here to his running
Mari.
back. And that one blown up quickly. He's going to be stopped before he can even get started. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And it'll make this a 2nd and long.
Didn't even give me a chance to get them swing my hand.
Move that goal. Move it over here. Get him away from there.
He'll look to throw. Nowhere to go. He lost the football.
plays like this, when the ball comes through, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from it. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Now on 3rd and forever. He's airing it out for Williams. And incomplete, a disappointing drop there defensively by the rookie. And now 4th down.
This defense was definitely looking to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter.
I have to keep socks on them.
More passes like that downfield.
Damn Cal or something else, too.
Here's the Raiders punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away.
All these toys going on right now.
And he's able to get it out quickly, and this is not a bad kick here.
Yep.
Ross on the return. Good flipper there, a 47-yard punt coupled with a Ross on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over.
So we got a potty trainer.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. There are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th
be all right
quarter,
from probably about 2 o'clock to about 5 o'clock.
You're not thinking touchdowns anymore.
We go have to lead. I got to work.
To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
The drive starts with a completion left side and taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Denver has the
Should just be here by ourselves for like 2 hours.
Yeah, when we gone there here by themselves, so you gotta run around the goddamn house.
I might just let her do it. Yeah.
On first down, he'll drop the throw. He'll get this one to the Golden Domer, St. Brown. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down.
Look at him. You scared him.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. They had 2 straight first downs, now a gain of 9 to set up 2nd and 1. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
2nd and 1. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. And they went empty backfield, and because of that, nobody was there to pick up the blitz.
And you know that offenses, when they go with the empty backfield, they have different things designed on every play to try to account for things. But what people often forget, defense is audible as well. And a lot of times when they see an empty backfield, they audible right into a blitzing situation.
They'll look to throw. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Carl Joseph. And he will bring it out past the 20-yard line. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Got his man. It's Williams. Now a flag comes in from the umpire after a gain of about 4. And this looks like it's going to be holding.
Oh, my God.
That's up there with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
You better fucking win this game because I'm done watching.
I'm winning.
That's what I'm saying. I know you're
They'll look to throw. They'll find his tight end. That's Waller.
I'm about to jam like this with JP.
17 yards on the pickup. And it'll make it 2nd down. Decent start to the drive there. Of course, they need the touchdown, 2-point conversion, and a field goal.
Yeah, those guys are into it. How about the guys on the sidelines? You see the coaches signaling, all the personnel groups up on the sideline, ready to go in and out of the game. They've got to condense their time now in order to try and get back into it.
And to give this time to the tailback. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. He got maybe a half
both of y'all got to work tonight? I mean, well, technically.
I got to work in the
Yeah.
The Raiders on third down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
That motherfucker said it must have been the Raven music.
Back to throw here.
Damn, he get home. No, nigga.
And this is caught by Watkins. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
Come on, he ain't messing with you.
So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And let's see what they'll come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Here a throw taken in by Watkins. And I get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. 7 yards to pick up on the pitch and catch. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling
already biting.
That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And now here's a deep shot that's complete. They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Of course, remember, you need a touchdown here and a field goal.
Doesn't matter the order, but they have to get it done and get it done fast.
Let's fucking go! I'll be back. You said what?
They'll set up to throw.
What song, Trey?
What song? Oh, you asking me what's next? He fumbled! He fumbled! Oh, damn.
So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but if the other team doesn't get it, that's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
The first down play, to be frank, nothing short of awful, and now they have to deal with second. And pressure gets to him again. Chandler Jones in there to drop him as that clock continues to run.
Throughout my career here, defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. And they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Results in a 4th down.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. One final shot. They'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. So this one will wind up a Denver victory, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for the Broncos, the win will help them keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 6-3 on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Raiders, their season is on life support somewhat now at 3-6. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
You in my stream, just to let you know. You hear me, Mont?
Nah, I ain't hear you.
I said he in my stream.
Who in your stream?
Mont. I think.
Kicked out.
I'ma stop it.
Don't